Hey y'all, welcome to Reality TV. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Now let's get into this tea. Coach D says Bring It will not return if fans do not support the DD4L 20th anniversary show. She also reminded fans that the cast they were used to seeing on the show would no longer be a part of the cast if the show does return, and they must embrace the new cast of the show for it to be a success. Check this out.
Needed was the balls. I needed to stop being scared and say, you know what? My fans are a big deal. My fans are that deal. My fans are going to show up. Everybody keep hollering about Bring It. Don't ask me nothing else about Bring It. If you're not willing to put up and really be about it, if you're not willing to be about it, don't say nothing to me about Bring It. Don't ask me nothing about Bring It. Because the only way the show is going to do what it's supposed to do, the only way the show is going to even have a conversation about returning is if you as a fan show up. The tickets are $56.78 virtually. 5, 6, 7, 8. The tickets are $56.78 virtually. Virtually. That's nothing. You got 55 teams. You got a 6-hour show. You basically paying $1 per team. When I tell you this is one of the biggest productions that I've ever put together in my whole life. For weeks I was scared. I cried about it for a minute. And I kept telling my husband, I don't know if I can do this. He said, well, Diana, why don't you feel like you can do it? He said, you get like this every time you get ready to put something together. Every time we would go on tour, I would cry. I would cry out of nervousness and worry. I would cry because I wasn't sure. I would cry because I would feel like I wasn't good enough. I would cry because I always felt like, are they going to come? Are the people really going to support? They say they love DD4L. You say you love the show. You say you love the girls. You say you with us. You say you ride with us. But do you for real? Do you for real? So for those that are worried about COVID, $56.78 virtually. For those of you who couldn't travel and wanted to be there, $56.78 virtually. For those of you guys who have been asking, $56.78 virtually. And the tickets go on sale at 12 o'clock noon. What time do the tickets go on sale, y'all? What time do the tickets go on sale, y'all? What time do the tickets go on sale, y'all? What time do the tickets go on sale, y'all? 12 o'clock noon. And I need y'all to understand, this ain't finna be one of them cheap-ass events where you got your cell phone and the cell phone is pointed at the... No. We have spent over $100,000 to make sure you have the best virtual experience. If you watch an NFL game, an NBA football game, you seen Beyonce, Coachella, listen, we on that level. I'm gonna pop my shit. We on that level. We talking about cameras. We're talking about the livest crowd you've ever seen. We're talking about live interviews. We're talking about the most professional production you've ever seen in your entire life. When I tell you, I done put my whole foot in this damn show. The Dancing Dolls of Atlanta, Birmingham, and Jackson have been working for months for this one day. And we are down to 12 weeks. We are on a 12-week countdown. We are on a 12-week countdown. We are on a 12-week countdown. And I said to myself, listen, I'm about to literally try to kill myself for these 12 weeks to make sure that my fans get the best virtual and in-house experience at an event they've ever been to for their entire life. So if you've been worried about COVID, you were worried, you were like, damn, I want to see the dolls. I haven't seen the dolls. The dolls did not go on tour for 2020 because of COVID. Everybody's been asking about Bring It. Are there talks of Bring It coming back? Hell yes. There have been discussions of Bring It returning for months. But they don't believe that y'all are going to watch the show. They don't believe it. They don't believe y'all going to watch it. They don't believe you're going to watch the show. And people can say all day long, we're going to watch, we don't believe you. I told them, I said, I'm putting together the anniversary show of the Dolls. A 20th year anniversary show. And I said, I guarantee we sell out. Boom. Show sold out. 5,000 seats in the building. And I said, shit, what about everybody else? We got fans from all over the world. We have fans from all over the world that are not going to be able to be at this event. They're not going to be at this event. How are we going to show the network? How are we going to show the network that we can pull real numbers and real people that are going to really virtually watch this show? Diana, I don't believe you can do it. The show been off the air for 2 years. The girls ain't graduated. The girls graduated. That people don't want to watch the show because the OGs ain't there. I ain't watching shit. Oh, I've seen so many comments like that. So many comments like that. I've seen so many like that. And my biggest worry has been, damn, are they right? Because see, Faith, college. She ain't coming back. Kenjanae, Christiana, Michaela, Micaiah, Tanisha, college. Them babies is in college. Them girls are living their life. They're not coming back to a team that's for high school and middle school kids. They just not. And you got to be willing to move on. It's like Coach Stormy said this morning, I'm building an empire, baby. I'm building an empire, baby. And I finally got a team of people that work with me, that understand my vision, and that are pushing us to be better. You got ALT Media Team. This is not me putting this together, because I'm not a techie. I'm not a guru that knows how to do, all this. I don't know how to do all that. I hired a media team. I spent 100 bands. To put together one of the livest, most hypest, most amazing virtual experiences ever. Everybody getting a shot of NutriBurst when you come through the door for free. It's on me. Everybody getting a shot of NutriBurst when you come through the door. It's on me. Hello? I'm trying to get TLC to sponsor the damn event. Everybody should have NutriBurst in their hand when they come through the door. We're talking about 5,000 people coming through the door with a pack of NutriBurst. Because we need everybody to be healthy. 5,000 people hopped up and hyped up and excited. The show in the building is sold out. But these virtual tickets that are about to launch, for $56.78. $56.78. Go on sale at 12 o'clock noon. 12 noon. At 12 noon. One of the biggest things I've ever done in my life is about to happen. I sat back and I built this from nothing. I built the Dancing Dolls from nothing. The Dancing Dolls was founded in 2001 at my grandmother's daycare called Pied Piper Playhouse. The daycare center burned down in 2015. But when I tell you, I started that team from nothing. It started in the auditorium of that building. And I sat and I watched it grow. We were sitting outside in the grass, having a stretch in the hot sun. It wasn't no cover. We had a stretch in the hot sun. The kids are stepping over ant beds. The kids is running in the park where there's homeless people. The people are running in the park, running the track because we needed to get in shape. The girls used to dance outside under the pavilion. These kids have been through hell and back for a brand called Dancing Dolls. It wasn't about them. They understand the sisterhood. They understood the love that needed to go into this. They understood not having an ego. They understood not making it about themselves. They got it. And now here we are 20 years later. And we can finally say we are 2 decades old. We are 2 decades old, celebrating in the very city where we were founded, celebrating in the very city where we were founded, at the very building, on the campus of Jackson State University, where the Dancing Dolls performed back in the day, where Diana went to school at. I watched the Dancing Dolls grow at the Jackson State University Athletics and Assembly Center, one of the biggest gymnasiums in Jackson, Mississippi. I watched my dolls march around that gym floor. I watched my dolls perform in those bleachers. I watched my dolls perform on that floor. I watched my kids perform in that building. That was the very building, Jaleesa, that they said they didn't call my name. The year that they said I didn't make J-Set. That was the very building. I heard my number called. That's the same building. The building that the anniversary is in. The building that I done sold out, the 5,000 seats, is the same building that I was denied in It was the same building that I was denied the opportunity to be a part of one of the most prestigious organizations in the world. I was denied in that very building. And now here I am coming back with my 20th anniversary in that building. And the building is sold out. The building is sold out. If you ain't got my book, you sleep. DD4L.net. My book is there on the very first page of my book. I talk about how my number was called. And they said my number wasn't called. But this is the building that it happened in. This is the building. But here the building is now. Sold out. 5,000 seats. We got a 40-foot by 40-foot stage. We have a 30-foot tall screen. We have all of the background and media and all the digital effects that is going to be created by ALT Media and Renzo's team. We got a whole sound system by one of the biggest fucking DJs in the state of Mississippi, DJ Finesse. We're going to be in there trying to holler at each other because we can't hear. When I tell you, this event is personal. 20 years. 20 years. 20 years. 20 years. 20 years. I watched my brand be torn down. I watched the dogs be disrespected. I watched dirt get put on my name. We done been on national TV for 5 fucking years. We have had 4 successful tours. We have been seen internationally and nationally. We danced on the same stage as the BET Awards in California. These kids have danced on the stage where legends have sang and performed. Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Outkast, Tupac, Snoop Dogg. We've stood on the stages where people that you celebrate and love. We performed on these stages in Brooklyn, New York. We sold out the King's Theater in Brooklyn 4 years running. You got people like Beyonce that support the dolls. People like Jennifer Lewis. People like Brandy. People like SWV. People like TLC. And I ain't talking about Total Life Changes either. We're talking about people that support this brand from everywhere because they understand when you're building a legacy, right? And when you're trying to do something. You name an all-black dance company that has toured the world for 4 years straight, sold out shows. Forget all the damn drama because every family fuss, fight, and argue. Forget all the damn drama. Let's talk about what the Dancing Dolls really did. Let's talk about what they really did. Let's talk about the force of nature that DD4L is. Let's talk about the force of nature that DD4L is. These kids, these young 12, 13, 14, and 15-year-old girls, these girls literally carried a whole brand on their back. These girls literally fought for respect for their name. When I say these girls literally put in the work for 20 fucking years and still rep DD4L to their core. These girls in Jackson have been attacked, disrespected, even after the girls graduated. When the last group left and graduated, Christiana and Micaiah and Tanisha and all those young ladies graduated and went to college. The disrespect put on the Jackson team. The disrespect put on the Birmingham team. The disrespect put on the Atlanta team. And no matter how hard they worked, they were disrespected. When I tell you they coming for every piece of respect they deserve. When I tell you the 20th anniversary on July the 17th, 2021 is about to be one of the most massive and colossal and one of the biggest events. One of the biggest events that you've ever seen in your entire life. Your entire life. We just up and left. Listen, little girl. Listen, little girl. Let me explain something to you because I want to stay focused. I want to stay focused. And you too, this hander. I want to stay focused. I want to stay focused. I ain't disrespect the motherfucking person. Diana put in 18 years of her whole life. I put in 18 years of my whole life and dedicated my whole life for 18 years to somebody else's damn kids. And I said and put my own child on the back burner. I made a decision to get the fuck out of Jackson in 2018 to start to focus on myself. And it was the best decision that I could have ever made in my life. Because if I hadn't got up and left, what I have right now, I wouldn't have. If I hadn't got up and left, I wouldn't be where I am. If I hadn't got up and left, DD4L would have dissipated completely. Because Bring It wasn't fucking staying. It was too much drama and shit going on in Jackson. They didn't give a fuck. They was leaving. Let's keep it a buck. Since you want to run your fucking mouth like you know. They didn't give a fuck about Bring It. They didn't give a fuck about the dolls. It was too much drama. They was leaving. I needed to leave to focus on me so that I could regroup and bring back the brand that was fucking dying. The brand was dying, my love. Dying because of all the drama and bullshit. And I needed to get my ass the hell up out of there to do what I needed to do for my family and to continue to build this brand. So if your weak ass don't understand that dip. Now see, don't understand. TLC has really, really helped me. TLC, I don't give a fuck what she said. I'm telling you out my goddamn mouth. TLC has really helped me to really change. But that fool's still in there. Diana's still in there. Diana is still in there. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted and get to talking that yeah all behind this little internet. Don't get it twisted. Please don't. Now, like I said, 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern. $56.78. These tickets are going to go on sale. And like I said, the Jackson team was disrespected like a motherfucker. People still disrespect Birmingham and still disrespect Atlanta. But when I tell you, Birmingham and Atlanta held this whole team up. Birmingham and Atlanta held the whole brand up. If it wasn't for them, if it was not for them, if it was not for Birmingham and Atlanta, let's be clear. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Bring it in. The dolls of Atlanta and Birmingham held the whole brand up. They held the whole brand up. Because if it wasn't for them, shit would have been gone. Shit would have been gone. Shit would have been gone. Period. So, like I said, let's just keep it what it is. Let's keep it a buck. $56.78. $56.78. For those of you that don't like it, that's cool. But the show will never come back until you learn to respect the girls that are there right now. That's a fact. That's a fact. The show will never return until you learn to respect the girls that are there now. Because the girls that you love, those girls are gone. They have graduated. They will not be returning to the TV screen to be a permanent part of the Dancing Dolls. They can't. Those girls have gone on with their lives. They are in college. Now, those girls will be at the show, though. They're performing, participating. They're performing, participating. Those girls will be there. That they will. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That they most definitely will. They most definitely will. So, DD4L.net, 12 o'clock noon Eastern time. The tickets will go on sale for $56.78. Got to get my CMOS in my system. Cameron been graduated. Wait, y'all listen. Let's get the real. Where the real fans? That knock knock, knock knock, knock knock, knock knock, knock knock. Where the real fans at? Cause see, my real fans, you know where these girls are. You ain't gotta ask me nothing. You know where they are. My real fans know where these kids are. You ain't gotta ask me nothing. My real fans, they know what it is. My real fans, they know what it is. You know where these kids are. You know where they are. You ain't gotta ask me. You ain't gotta ask me, Miss Diana, where the girls at. You ain't gotta ask me. You already know where they at. You already know where they at. But I'm about to get in this pool. I'm about to what Respucia say? I'm about to submerge this ass. You already know where they are. See, my real fans, they know where the girls are. You know these girls are in college. 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 These girls are in college, have graduated from their respective high schools. These girls have moved on with their lives. But guess what? They're going to forever be DD4L. That they are. They have just moved on with their lives. So when it's time to come back to celebrate the team, When it's time to come back to participate, that's when they return. So y'all, I need to go check in with Kenya to make sure that everything is locked and loaded and set and ready to rock and roll for the launch at 12 o'clock. That's what I need to do. I need to go make sure everything is set for the launch. So